Welcome to Raw Talk. As always, link down below in the description box to credit WWE for piecing this together. That right there was the look on my face to a couple of things that has happened tonight, or this one up here with Bronson Reed. So Cody Rhodes opened up with a promo, and as always, it was just great. He was in his hometown, and I just really enjoyed it. It never ceases to amaze me. Like I said, I'm getting distracted here by my cold Diet Pepsi. Just how great he is on the microphone. Now I got something in my eye. Good thing I'm not on live TV. And then Brock Lesnar finally does come out and does what he does best. And I'm just enjoying the back and forth. I want this little thing to come to an end, for things to move on, to go to the next step, to the next rivalry, whoever Brock is going to be feuding with, or Cody. But I'm definitely enjoying anything that these two are doing. Again, this has the E in WWE, the entertainment. I mean, the chops that Gunther can deliver are pretty spectacular. I love Gunther. Not too sure who should dethrone him, Sheamus or... I really, really don't know. Or Drew McIntyre or something. I really don't know. But as always, Riddle and Gunther, they're just high caliber individuals, superstars, wrestlers, whatever you want to call them. People that are able to perform without injuring the shit out of their opponents, but yet being so incredibly physical that they're bruised and blood vessels are bursting on people's chests and stuff from all the chops. But nobody's taken out for a year. Register fridge. Oh my god, did they seriously put dirty in brackets with Dominic Mysterio? Dirty Dom Dom? Oh, jeepers creepers. All right. So yeah, to me this was great. And obviously I would have wanted Riddle to win, but we're obviously in an era where we're wanting people to hold on to championships for up to half a decade at a time. It's a lot better than just constantly flip-flopping, but we're going from one extreme to the next. So it seems. It's just my thoughts, just my opinions. I could be wrong. And then Gunther calls out Drew McIntyre. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie at all. I don't recall if he came out. I don't think he did. But I would be able to tell by looking here. And he's not in the list. So no, I don't think he ended up coming out. I've been doing so much since I watched this. It's hard for me to remember every single moment that's been going on. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn agreed to put their titles on the line. It was funny because KO does this whole thing with the rage where he's like completely zoned out. It's like, fine, we're going to do it. Titles on the line. And it's just great. These guys, I just never, ever get tired of them. I don't think I ever will. What a beautiful friendship story, because they're real friends in real life, the whole thing. They grew up together in the wrestling business, and to me they're where they belong. I just want them to lose one pair of those titles and have another men tag team get a hold of the titles. That would be nice. The Reds would stay on Raw naturally and the Blue would stay on SmackDown, but we won't get into that too much because I've already talked about that a little bit before, like how Roman Reigns is up to fucking 3 belts now. Oh boy, do I got something to say about this. Like, naturally, I'm happy for them. Obviously. I just, no. This wasn't it. There's actually some other teams I felt would have been a much better fit. There's like a good couple there. But then the whole thing with Raquel getting injured because of Rhea Ripley in the back. I mean, they lost the belts. They had to relinquish them because I think Liv had a real injury. They come back just to give them the title. Now they're just dropping them to... And it's going to sound rude, but there's no sugarcoating it. They are, not exactly one of the best tag teams out there. and they're champs. So it just, what? Wow. Yeah. So to me, the whole thing, to be blunt, is a bit of a joke, to be honest. Again, I'm not angry at them. I'm very happy for them. They must be thrilled and whatever. I'm just saying there are other people that could have probably have gotten the belt instead, but whatever. This was almost pretty much the highlight of the night for me. This, holy macaroni and cheese with the bacon bits. This was something. Was it Ivar, his name? And Otis, just the moves. And I'm like, people half their size can't even do some of those moves. The whole thing was just spectacular. Like, I mean, I was just blown away. And yeah, I mean, these guys are good. I mean, I never thought that they sucked. I'm talking about the Viking Raiders because I've been kind of like, right? Like but they're good. And this was just like such a great match. And I love the whole like Viking rules match, which basically means there are no rules. Like, I almost want to watch the match again. That's how good it was for me. Just the whole thing was just great. Absolutely phenomenal. One of the biggest highlights of the night for me, for sure. Oh, and something of a little bit of an extra touch, at least for me personally, that made this whole thing a little wee bit, no, actually significantly more entertaining. Ho, ho. I probably didn't do that well. That was complete cringe, and I don't give a shit. Titus O'Neil, Titus Worldwide, graced us with his presence. I know he's been doing some stuff for WWE behind the scenes. I'm not too sure what happened to his career and all that, but I love Titus. And I still remember that time. Was it in Saudi Arabia? I can't remember. Where he ran and he ended up sliding under the ring. Unlike some people that injure others, he just injured himself. I'm just poking fun. It's okay. Yeah, so that whole segment was just great for me. Absolutely loved it. Shayna defeated Nikki Cross. I've never liked Nikki Cross. It's no disrespect to her as a person. Just never at all got into her persona, character. I just don't care for it. Shayna, I do like. Now that she's talking a lot more, at some point she wasn't talking all that much. And Ronda Rousey and the whole thing, it was actually pretty good. I'm starting to dig her a little bit more than I did before. So, yeah, I mean, this was pretty much a like a squash match, but it felt right because it made Shayna look more badass than she already is, and Nikki not look all that great. Which, with all due respect, I don't think she's that great to begin with. But hey, I'm allowed to say that. This was awesome. That the whole little segment. I think she just rolled out of bed. Not too sure if those are pajamas or whatever. But Becky Lynch fought Trish and Zoe on the Miz TV. Just the whole thing, the back and forth, the promo, just the whole thing was really, really good. I like seeing Becky and Trish and all them on the mic. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of Zoe Stark too, even though a lot of people seem to really not like her. I'm a big fan. And Bronson Reed defeats Shinsuke Nakamura, via disqualification because Tommaso Ciampa, if I said his name right, for once, interfered in the match. And these kind of things is all like, oh, my bad at the end. And Shinsuke's like, bitch, please. And then bop, kicks Tomato right in the head. It's like, you should have just waited until after the match. It would have been a much more respectful thing to do. This isn't like exactly a face move, if he's even considered face. Sort of like LA Knight is being touted or pushed as a heel, but it seems to me like he's a face now. But yeah, Bronson Reed again. We've seen Shinsuke and Bronson go at it a couple of times, but I don't tire of it because Bronson is just really, really good. And again, I know I keep going on about this, but it's just like it's really been playing with my head because some people had mentioned the Johnny Gargano incident getting injured to the hands of Ridge Holland, because I made a video on Ridge and is he responsible for Elton Prince's, I almost said Elton John. injury, and then Big E, because I had momentarily forgot he was the guy that almost killed Big E, and then there was Johnny Gargano, and now Elton Prince, all within the span of like a year and a half. And then I'm thinking you got these big guys that, with all due respect, aren't exactly in the best of shape, like Ridge to Fridge. He's jumping off the thing. He hasn't broken or flattened anybody yet. Made them look like Paper Mario, right? So I start to have more appreciation for some of these people that do these big moves that look risky but yet don't injure their people. I mean, even Yokozuna, that used to do is drop on the person's chest. Never hurt anybody as far as I know. So anyways, yeah, so this whole thing was nice. Like I said, I love watching Shinsuke. I'm so glad, like I said, that he's back. I mean, Tommaso Ciampa, he's not too bad. Like he said, slowly growing on me. Sometimes it could take a while for me to get invested emotionally in some of these superstars. Bronson Reed did it to me like day one. Just to me, he's got the it factor. It's wonderful. And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeats the Judgment Day to retain their tag team titles. This was nice. Seth Rollins comes out, does his thing with Finn Balor because he wasn't a part of the match. And I really like Dirty Dom's new boots. They're not cowboy boots. They're cowman boots or something. Whatever they call it. And again, even Dom, a lot of people will be like, oh, he doesn't belong. He's sloppy. He's an amateur. And it seems to be doing pretty good to me. Right? Like he's stepped out of his own. And I think the whole Judgment Day thing has really helped sort of propel him forward with Rhea. Rhea, like one of the absolute best female wrestlers ever of all time. Like she can easily be a Charlotte or a Trish or any of those big juggernaut names. And he's rolling with her and Damian Priest and Finn. I really want Finn to break away from the Judgment Day. I think we're going to see that at some point because even though he didn't give him the awkward look again to Damian Priest that I recall, Damian was like, I've got the briefcase, but hey, you got first crack at Seth. But it's like, what is Finn Balor going to win? And then Damian's going to cash in on him, and then it's going to cause like a big, massive hoopla. We're going to have another implosion a la Bloodline. I don't know, but I'd love to see it. Then again, I don't want to see Seth lose his title either. I don't want him to have it for 1,000 days, with all due respect, but, whatever. And that was pretty much it, but now let's take a look potentially at some of the things on the side here. Oh yeah, everyone's going to fault. Yeah. This was just whatever. This was interesting. Just like the whole believability. No, the believableness, if that's even a word. Like it looks real. Like they're acting, if you will. They really are. To me, it's really, really good. Some people talk and I'm just like, meh, whatever. Some others talk and it's like, ooh, like I'm really in tune. Like I don't mind Ricochet. But him talking on the mic, with all due respect, does nothing for me. These guys, like this little segment, this was something really, really, really cool. Then yeah, that's when Rhea annihilated Raquel in the back. Shinsuke is tired of people getting involved in his business. He was snapping at Byron there, and it makes me wonder if he's gonna turn heel. I hope not. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. There's, again, The Miz, we need to see him in action. Emma? She was around? Emma was around? I'm looking at the list of people that were there, and I'm like, that's kind of confusing me. Maybe you can let me know if you made it this far in the comment section. Where the hell was Emma on Monday Night Raw? I don't remember seeing her. Was she backstage for a minute or something? I just have no idea. Anyways, as always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. We'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off in your ass. Then we'll have Brock pick you up, slam you against the post, and you'll land your ass that's got the thumb in it on the apron, and that's the look you're going to have on your face. And if you want to subscribe to the channel after all those wonderful things I just said could happen to you, naturally, that would be great. That would be fantastic. But if not, I get it. Plenty of other wrestling YouTubers out there. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.